ready to go.
Okay, welcome back everyone to the afternoon session. I think it's just sort of getting to be normal, isn't it? I just turn on all the lights so that when it gets dark, I don't have to get up in the middle of the session. And Rowena wrote that her mother's surgery was successful and her mother picked her up and it all went very easily. And the mom said she's very grateful to us for all her prayers and she's sure that's why it was all so easy. Isn't that nice? And she also wrote that she really prefers it if I talk at the beginning of the sessions. For those of you who weren't here this morning, I just said, let's see how well we do by ourselves. And because some people, I remember once leading a medicine Buddha retreat at Pinthorn. And at the end, I asked something and the guy said, well, I couldn't really meditate because you were talking the whole time. So I'm very aware that for some people, they'd rather, we just do refuge and bodhicitta by themselves. So if you prefer that, let me know and we can just do that some more. Yeah, but in the meantime, let's just get started. I can't think of anything else. Oh, Wendy did find the newer version of His Holiness's the Dalai Lama's Long Life Prayer. And so she will screen share it at the appropriate time. And then it gets sent out. I think we'll send it to Julie and she can send it to all of you. Yeah, I think that's, unless anyone has anything to say, I think we'll just get started.
Paula, it is still quite quiet, the microphone. I don't know if other people are finding it quiet.
Is it on?
Oh, that's better.
Is it louder if I talk right into it?
Yeah, much louder. Yeah. But
well, maybe I'll try putting it on my clothing.
I think
see how that goes.
I think it will rustle too much. Daniel was saying it's better if it's not on your clothes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what I can do about that. Because that's where this is down here. So how's that? Not so good?
Could people indicate how they're finding the sound? Okay, can you talk, Paula?
Is that loud enough? Yeah. Is that loud enough for everyone?
Yeah.
Is it not loud enough for
some? Sorry about this morning.
It's not a problem for me because I can turn up my computer.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have any way to put it closer to my face without sticking it on me. So
I think
it works.
If those of us
try to talk louder too.
If those of us who have headphones, I mean, Jerry, you've got them on all the time. Is it much clearer? Do you want to unmute? Jerry, you're muted, sorry.
Sorry, I personally, without the headphones, I can't hear anything.
Okay.
So I'm obliged to use the headphones.
Yeah, okay.
So with me, it works well.
Okay, thanks, Jerry. So for anybody who's having difficulty with the sound, perhaps you could just use some headphones. It will help. Thank you. Sorry to interrupt, Paula.
That's all right. Let's hope the recordings are loud enough. Okay, well, let's see. Where are we? First things we're here in the present tense in our bodies. So let's get there first. Creating that inner space where we feel free to just be who we are, where we are, right here, right now. And if our minds are all over the place, that's okay. We just start where we are. Slowly bringing our awareness into our breathing, into our bellies. feeling our awareness throughout the entire body. If we're very distracted, or even slightly distracted, we can send the energy into the earth, connecting with Mother Earth. And similarly, if we're very sleepy and drowsy, we can feel the energy in the crown of the head and connecting with the Father Sky. Or feeling both. Bringing the breath into the whole body. Remembering to breathe into the back, lower back, the upper back, up under the collarbones, into the sternum, and letting the breathing lift the rib cage up slightly, bringing the sternum closer to the chin to the sternum, shoulders relaxing. I almost feel like your ears are coming down. Spine is being extended. In dance class, they used to say, feel like you have a string on the crown of your head. Rather than that, we can feel that the crown of our head is open and there's this a joining with the Tara in the space above us. We'll just take a few minutes to just feel the relaxation and the soothing as we just follow our breath in and out. Just listening and letting go. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Taking time out for an hour and a half. To heal and be healed by Mother Tara. Becoming aware of the merit field, Arya Tara, her assembly in the space in front of us, and all the sentient beings around us. And just feeling that gratitude and rejoicing, and that we're so fortunate to have met with this lineage of practice, this powerful healing method. But just with a little faith and a strong intention, we actually can receive powerful results. Giving gratitude to all those on before us who've created that Tara space, whatever it is, the radio land, Zoom land, frequency where Tara abides. That just by taking refuge, we can tune our minds to all that energy of all the thousands of beings over the thousands of years. Just remember, this has been going for thousands of years. So there's a lot of Tara energy out there in the sphere of thoughts, sphere of human energy. It's very calm and peaceful and liberated from the grasping mind, that creates all of the uncertainty, fear, desire, hatred. We see so much heightened grasping these days. So let's just take a moment, breathing in and feeling as we breathe in, we're breathing in this blessing from this Tara that allows us to let go of this incessant clinging to the experience of concrete existence, myself and others. And just imagine with every in-breath, we fill up our bodies with this rainbow healing light. And every exhale, we just relax into a more spacious letting go. Bathing our organs with fresh, rejuvenating light, making space inside the body. And as the organs are healed, that also heals the winds that comes from compressed organ energy that causes so much of the grasping and emotional mind. So as we breathe into our bodies, we just imagine all the organs filling with rainbow lights. With the exhale, just letting go. Letting go of sadness in the lungs, anger, resentment, hatred in the liver, worry in the spleen and stomach, all the fears in our kidneys, all the innate grasping in our nervous system, depression in our hearts, lack of hope in our hearts. Opening up to being just in the present state, feeling okay. Whatever comes, just letting it wash through me with the blessing, the connectivity to the objects of refuge, to the absolute nature of all things. Even in death, we're okay. Feeling all the sentient beings around us, especially those loved ones that are suffering. Knowing that every loved one has loved ones, who has loved ones, who has loved ones. And in that way, we're connected with every human being on the planet. And all the animals and all the other beings. And as we breathe in this refreshing light that bathes our organs and heals our minds and allows that tension to just open up and relax. With every out-breath, we just allow that letting go to let go and soothe all the world of its fears and worries and greeds and needing to continually make sure that we're there's something exciting going on in our life from moment to moment to moment. Just letting ourselves do absolutely nothing. Feel the blessing of the gurus that comes when we take time out. To take refuge. There's always abiding within us that space beyond sorrow, that innate mind of clear light. You can just relax enough and have faith that when we let go, the Buddhas are there to catch us. Guru is there to catch us. That in letting go, through that fear, there's actually the abiding Dharmakaya mind. Trungpa Rinpoche taught, I think I get this right, that if we can think of our minds like a movie projector, and that the eye is the projector, and of course the subject, what we experience with our thoughts and emotions, is what goes on the screen. Just be the light. Not the projector, not the movie, but just the light. It shines the photo. His Holiness says, rest in that space between the subject and the object. In that space, there is no object of refuge. There are no sentient beings. Just like in the Heart Sutra, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue. Just resting in that capacity to reflect those things without reflecting them. And then, of course, there are sentient beings, and they are all under the influence of karma and delusion, like us. There we are, the fortunate ones, rejoicing in our good fortune, and not forgetting all those beings, especially those now that are in the grips of the pandemic, uncertain political situations, wars. All the difficult situations, hunger, broken hearts, broken bodies, broken spirits, the greedy ones, the power-hungry ones, and the very fortunate ones. It's not all bad. Even the very fortunate ones are under the control of karma and delusion, and one day, good karma will run out. Even for us, one day, you never know when our karma can change. The only thing that is consistent is the real refuge in our own clear light mind and the comfort that comes when we allow ourselves to feel our innate love. What is that? There's that book of the Bible, the Corinthians, goes, with love I have everything. I can't remember how it goes, but they read it at weddings, in love there's peace, and love there's comfort, and love there's just giving ourselves that space to make room for every single situation, not pushing away, especially our own things that we feel we need to cover up and hide. Just giving ourselves enough space, enough love where all the skeletons and demons can come out of our closets, so that we can allow everything to be healed by Tara. Even all those things that we may not have wanted to look out for years and years and years. With total refuge and faith in Tara, and we can let everything be there to be washed away with this wonderful method. So we better get going. So understanding what the heart of refuge is about, and using the meditation we often do, where we breathe in the blessing of the Arya Tara, giving us that unconditional love and that experience of ever-ending space where there's no center and no periphery and no grasping. So breathing in that experience and breathing it out to all others, we can take refuge, feeling from the depths of our hearts, requesting for the blessings, for the temporal healing, and of course the ultimate healing, which is enlightenment for ourselves and everyone. So imagining, if we're really honest about our situation, we would be like a refugee in the middle of the ocean on a raft, lost, without hunger, without food, and the waves coming, crawling out to please be rescued. Please, Tara, rescue me from samsara. And think of Aretha Franklin. Rescue me. Namo Guru Ve, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya. Namo Sangaya. Namo Gurave. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Dharmaya. Namo Sangaya. Namo Gurave. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Dharmaya. Namo Sangaya. And then letting that bathing light, the blessing, energize our bodhicitta as we think about others. And pray very hard to become enlightened for all sentient beings. And even before then, to have all the conditions to defeat all the obstacles, to not let the circumstances defeat us. And let us be of benefit right here, right now. In order to attain the fully accomplished state of a Buddha for the sake of all living beings, I will enter into the sadhana of white Tara, the wish fulfillment. Feeling that hollow body full of light. Throughout all the pores, the light shining out and sending out Taras to all the beings in our heart. Buddha Tara to my heart, to all other beings. Like a little satellite in the sea of sentient beings. Relaying out the Aryatara healing. So if you like, you can just listen or recite along. May all living beings be endowed with happiness and the causes of happiness. And then again, breathing in that healing light from the Buddha's Tara. And exhaling out all sentient beings being endowed with happiness and its cause. Completely liberating all beings from grasping to existence. And all the other causes of unhappiness that come from that. May all living beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. Same thing. It all comes down to grasping the true existence. So it's almost as if we can feel that eye grasping as kind of a hard, dark knot in the center of our chest. And every time we breathe in, it's getting a little bit more separated, less dense, more white, more light. So that we can become this vessel of enlightened energy for the world. May all beings be endowed with the happiness that is free of suffering. May all living beings remain in a state of equanimity, free of the mind that attaches to the appearance of inherent existence and the objects that it grasps, the cause of aversion and attachment. And being overwhelmed by this glory of Tara, just like you feel in the presence of His holiness, you just feel bowed and honored to be in the presence of Tara. Gods and asuras with their crowns bow down to your lotus feet. I prostrate to Mother Tara, the liberator of all needs. Fix this. Oh, the ground is blessed with scent and with flowers strewn, adorned with Mount Meru, the four lands, sun and moon, transformed as a pure land, and offered. May all wandering beings enjoy this Buddha land. All those objects of my mind's three poisons, coveted, rent for one stranger body wealth, worldly pleasures, without a feeling of loss, I surrender. Receive them, please, and free all beings from their bondage. Please bless my mind and the mind of all sentient beings to be free from all the wrong views, to gain all the realizations, and to be free from all the obstacles, path to enlightenment. Guru devotion up to the unified state, the clear light in illusory body. Vajrayana. Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayam. I take refuge in the three jewels. I regret all my unwholesome deeds. I rejoice in the merit of all beings. I will hold bodhicitta until enlightenment. I take refuge until complete enlightenment in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. In order to fulfill the purpose of myself and others, I generate the mind of enlightenment. Having generated the mind of enlightenment, I invite all living beings as my guests. I will remain in this excellent conduct of the Bodhisattvas. Thereby may I achieve the state of a Buddha in order to benefit all living beings. And now we can dissolve the field of merit into ourselves, and then on our own we can do the dissolution into the Dharmakaya. Om Sabhava Shuddha Sava Dhamma Sabhava Shuddha Om. Nature of mind, experiencing bliss, cognizing emptiness. This is me, Dharmakaya Chara, completely relaxed into the natural state. Then moved by the winds of bodhicitta, feeling great compassion for all sentient beings, arises a syllable which becomes a white lotus. On top of that, from awe, transforms into a moon disk. On top of that, my own mind appears in the form of the white syllable tam. Emanates rays of light, teaching Dharma to all sentient beings, and they all become Taras. More lights going up, making offerings to all the Buddhas in the form of white Taras. Zillions and gazillions of space as far as we can imagine, filled with images of white Taras of all sizes, from atoms to mountains. And these come crashing back into us. That tam, which then so full of this magnificent Tara energy that we manifest full body in the form of Arya Tara. So feeling this hollow body, radiating white light with non-objectifying self-reference, overwhelmed with love and compassion in the form of a beautiful, youthful goddess. Nothing other than my own consciousness. Just obliterating any sense of low self-esteem or really any sense of I at all. Just like blasted into this magnificent, glorious consciousness of unending love and compassion. Total skillful means, knowing exactly what to do for each person, each being. This beautiful form with one face, two hands, the right hand with the eye, 7 eyes, and the gesture of giving fearlessness, material needs, love, dharma. And the left hand, 3 fingers up, and the ring finger and the thumb touching, holding the Paula flower. The 3 fingers representing the refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. And the Upala flower with 3 blossoms of all the past, present, and future Buddhas. Hair flowing down, crown, tiara, covered in jewels and silks. And just allow yourself to feel as beautiful as you can ever imagine it to be. No more self-pity mind is completely gone. It's not a false pride, it's not an ego thing, just like we could only let ourselves be this. Not too much pride, not too little pride, divine dignity, which comes from understanding emptiness. I am here for all beings. And rather than an inherently existent sense of I at the heart, there's a tongue, emptiness. And in the heart, in the drop of that tongue is a hung. The throat is a red ah. The crown is a white om. Body full of light, radiating rainbow lights. Mom used to say, radiating white crystal light. Just like a prism, only not stone light. Looks clear, but radiates rainbow light. And those rainbow lights go out to the Vitala Palace and invite the wisdom beings, the actual Taras, to come and abide. To strengthen our sense of divine pride and clear appearance. To help us to overcome self-pity mind, self-grasping mind, all our mistaken views of ourselves. Za, hum, bam, ho. Then, with praise and prostrations to this new self without grasping at anything, I prostrate to Mother Tara, the liberator of beings from existence, the one who liberates from the 8 worldly fears with Tutare, who frees from all illness with Ture. All the wisdom, compassion, and activities of the Buddhas appears in the form of the extremely beautiful goddess, to the one who is brilliantly white, who holds an upala flower in her hand and who bestows longevity and all the supreme attainments to sentient beings, I bow. Then we imagine the 8-spoked wheel, the moon disk, and the tom encircled by the mantra Om Tari Tu Tari Turi Soha. And right in the inner spokes, most innermost spokes, is the Tari Tu Tari Turi Soha. And there's 3 outer rims. The inner one is the vowels counterclockwise. Homa, I, U, Ri, Ri, Li, Li, E, A, O, A, Soha. The consonants arranged clockwise. Om, Kaka, Gagana, Chichana, Tatadana, Tatadana, Papa, Babama, Yawa, Lawa, Shasha, Soha. And I checked. The energise mantra is also clockwise. Om ye dharma hetu prabhava hetu teshan tatagato hi avada teshan chayo niroda edam vadi mahashamani. Purified winds, purified speech into the emptiness of dependent arising. So this, like we were visualizing this, the prism light as the lights are shining out, the multicolored rainbow lights. There's also nectars that stream forth from the letters, going out to all the sentient beings. So as we visualize Amitayas, and those nectars and rays come down, they energize the tom at our heart, or if you're visualizing at the navel, that's okay too. And that, so first it fills us up, and then it goes out to all the beings riding on this prism rainbow light, this crystal prism. So then we imagine Amitayas on the crown of our head is red in color, and shining Buddha with the golden vase in his lap and a Hri at his heart, and the light rays go out from the Hri, gathering back all of the life force energy that we may have lost due to untimely death for whatever reason. Looks like brings it back and it fills up the vase. And then the light rays go out again, looking back all the healing energies, rejuvenating energies of earth, water, fire, air, and space, healing the bodies, the bones, the emotions, the ligaments, the organs, the blood, all the hormones, all the neurotransmitters, all the causes of disease and short life being rejuvenated. And then again goes out and hooks back all the glories and brilliance of the 3 worlds and the wealth and goodness of all the existence and the body, speech, and mind of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, all of this incredible, everything you can imagine, goodness goes into that vase and overflows and pours down into us, filling us with this light, pacifying all of our diseases, shortened lives, disturbances, any obstacles to life, any obstacles to our activities, any obstacles to our attainment of enlightenment, completely purified, and restoring our broken vows and commitments and purifying any unwholesome imprints we've created. It's kind of like Vajrasattva, you know. And we recite the mantra. Om Tare Tu Re Mama Ayur Puninyana Pushtim Kurye So. Om Tare Tu Re Mama Ayur Puninyana Pushtim Kurye So. Om Tare Tu Re Mama Ayur Puninyana Pushtim Kurye So. Om Tare Tu Re Mama Ayur Puninyana Pushtim Kurye So. Om Dare Tu Re Mama Ayur Purni Jnana Pushtim Kuriye Soha. Om Dare Tu Re Mama Ayur Purni Jnana Pushtim Kuriye Soha. Om Dare Tu Re Mama Ayur Purni Jnana Pushtim Kuriye Soha. Om Dare Tu Re Mama Ayur Purni Jnana Pushtim Kuriye Soha. Om Dare Tu Re Mama Ayur Purni Jnana Pushtim Kuriye Soha. Om Dare Tu Re Mama Ayur Purni Jnana Pushtim Kuriye Soha. Om Dare Tu Re Mama Ayur Purni Jnana Pushtim Kuriye Soha. Om Dare Tu Re Soha. Om Dare Tu Re Mama Ayur Purni Jnana Pushtim Kuriye Soha. Om Jari Jari Mama are you putting on a pushtum kuri so and then we imagine outside of ourselves the protection wheel, a circle made of with 8 spokes sticking out the middle, with sharp points. They're like spears. They're sort of like Manjushri's wisdom sword sticking out. One at the top, one at the bottom, and 8 all around the sides. With fire outside of that, just burning away every obstacle. Cutting away every obstacle, particularly to divine pride and clear appearance. Remembering that speech that Nelson Mandela gave a long time ago about the greatest fear is fear of being great. Something like that. And then just letting that be, just kind of knowing that's there. We go back to the wheel at the heart of the navel and start with the pacifying practice, feeling the entire body. You can think, if you like, that we can also imagine that, if you want, that the nectars are still coming down from Amityas. You don't have to. But from the tongue at the heart, the rays are going out, filling my entire body, white rays and light, pacifying illness, disturbances, obscurations, all our unwholesome imprints, and all the obstacles to life, all the obstacles to Buddhahood, all the obstacles to accomplishing our destiny this life, our wishes for this life. Our wishes all to die like yogis in the clear light for days. Om Jari 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 Om Om Jari 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 Om Jari 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 Om Jari Jari Jari. And once we are full, goes out to benefit sentient beings by forming this yellow orb, like an aura, egg-shaped around our bodies. And the white gradually turns to yellow, increasing our life, our merits, our capacities, our wealth, our glory, most particularly our Dharma understanding, our realizations of renunciation, turning away from samsara, bodhicitta, correct view, clear appearance, and divine pride of the deity. Increasing our capacity to concentrate, meditate, stabilize. Our capacities for love, going out and forming the orb sphere outside of the white one. Then slowly the yellow turns to red. The energy and power of controlling, taking control of our lives. And wishing, once it gets to the outer realm, controlling the pandemic and the out of control political sphere, climate change, wars, famines, greed, hunger. Increasing our capacities for love, for realizing emptiness. Increasing our capacities to feel completely satisfied with things just as they are, in terms of our material needs and situation. And the red turns to blue. And after we're filled up with the blue light, it goes and creates a blue sphere around outside of the red one, with the space in between filled with the Paula flowers. This is the power of breath, of destroying, even more powerful than controlling. This is the ability to say, no, the buck stops here. Remember, not in my name. Stopping, controlling the situation, destroying the obstacles, destroying the spread of the virus, destroying the greed, destroying the economic systems that destroy the life on this planet. It's not fair. Destroying the obstacles to health and wealth and goodness for all, particularly enlightenment. Now we shift to the green light, the power and energy to accomplish all of our activities. The activities of healing our bodies, healing our minds, and then all the other activities of ourselves and others. Getting the whatever activity it takes to heal the virus and get the economies going again so that people don't lose their houses or their loved ones or jobs. And finally, the lavender or lilac colored light stabilizing. Some people see it as brown. Going on the outside of the green one, stabilizing all of these attainments, stabilizing our concentration, stabilizing our divine pride and clear appearance, stabilizing our self-acceptance and self-love and ability to love others. Stabilizing our renunciation and bodhicitta, our right view, stabilizing our devotion to the path, devotion to the gurus, devotion to the Buddha, stabilizing Dharma in this world. Stabilizing truth, justice, Om Tare, Tare, Ture, Soha, Om Tare, Tare, Ture, Soha, Om Tare, Ture, Soha, Om Tare, Ture, Soha, Om Tare, Ture, Soha, Om Tare, Ture, Soha. Om Brahmasapa Samaya Manupalaya Brahmasapanina Matita Didome Bhava Sutokaya Me Bhava Subokaya Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Sarvasiddhi Me Payatsa Sarvakama Sutta Me Sitam Shriram Kuru Maho Bhagavan Sarvatatikata Padma Mami Musa Padma Bhava Mahasamaya Safa Ahum Pei. Whatever mistakes I've made because of not knowing or lacking ability or not finding the proper materials, please be patient with all of these. To the supremely noble goddess, I offer actual and imaginary substances, water for drinking and bathing, flowers, incense, lights, perfume, food, and music, the outer, inner, and secret, and suchness offerings. The senses, the pleasures of the five senses, the auspicious symbols, and all the prosperity and magnificence of gods and humans. In short, Samantabhadra's oceans of offering clouds. Om, 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 om. And the praises, all the wisdom, compassion, and activities of the Buddhas appears in the form of the extremely beautiful goddess, to the one who is brilliantly white, who holds an upala flower in her hand, and who bestows longevity and supreme attainments to sentient beings, I bow. Since mother sentient beings are unaware that they themselves are the Dharmakaya, their minds are navigated by afflictive emotions as they wander adrift throughout cyclic existence. Mother Goddess, please protect them. Dharma has not yet arisen from the depths of some beings' hearts. By adhering to mundane words, they're deceived by erroneous philosophies. Authentic Mother Goddess, please protect them. Having seen the nature of mind itself, so difficult to recognize, some still do not habituate it, but remain distracted by negative activities. Mindful Mother Goddess, please protect them. Regardless of what they do, some remain shackled by the habitual pattern of dualistic grasping at the self-arising mind of non-dual wisdom. Goddess of the mind of non-duality, please protect them. Although they dwell in the absolute truth, some are ignorant of the interdependence of cause and effect, and confused by the meaning of that which should be understood. Omniscient Mother Goddess, please protect them. Certain individuals do not yet comprehend that by possessing an innate space-like nature free of mental concepts, all phenomena are inseparable from space. Perfectly enlightened Mother, please protect them. And we do the dissolution. Light rays go out from our heart, touching all the realms of existence. Once again, healing all the world with all the multicolored lights and rays of bodhicitta and renunciation, right view, clear appearance, divine pride, and everything turns into zillions and billions of taras. And they come back and dissolve into the purple circle sphere. And that dissolves into the green one, into the blue one, to the red, the yellow, the white, to the protection wheel, into myself. And I dissolve into the Dharma wheel. That dissolves into the lotus and the moon and the Tom. And the lotus dissolves into the moon into the Tom. And the Tom gradually, stage by stage, the dissolution of the elements, mirage, smoke, fireflies, butterflies, white, red, black, into the Dharmakaya, the clear light, the union of the mother and son clear light. And again, moved by the winds of the bodhicitta, I arise as the Lady Tara, with an Om at the crown, Ah at the throat, and a Hum at the heart. And then asking the wisdom beings to either reside in the objects we have, holy objects we have, images of Tara. Please bestow your blessings of health, life, energies, power, supreme attainments. Om Super Chichester Vajraye So. If you have no objects, then say Om Vajramu. Wisdom beings depart to their natural abodes, and the commitment beings absorb into me. For the merit collected by this practice, may I quickly attain the state of the wish-fulfilling Aryatara. May I lead all living beings without exception to our state of enlightenment. May the precious bodhicitta rise and grow. And it has arisen, increase forevermore, never decline. May we never be parted in all our lives by perfect gurus. Completing the stages and paths, may I quickly attain the state of Aryatara. When the signs of untimely death appear, by instantly seeing the form of the wish-fulfilling wheel, the power of the Lord of Death is eliminated. May I swiftly attain the state of a knowledge holder of immortality. Through the roots of merit accumulated by this meditation, recitation, praises, and offerings to the Venerable Tara, may all obstacles, interferences, evils, and disturbances be pacified. May I enjoy the glory of immortality. By merely seeing your body, hearing your speech, and remembering you, all signs of untimely death are destroyed. In all my lifetimes, may I be guided by the Venerable Tara. May I be able to enjoy the holy Dharma. May the Dharma flourish. May perfect gurus flourish. May I always be guided by perfect gurus with perfect pure Dharma, completely unstained by 8 worldly concerns. May I swiftly attain the activities of pacification, increase, power, destruction, the 8 cities, and so forth. May I quickly attain all common and supreme attainments, and may all my hopes and wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. Whoever holds this sweet dew of nectar of immortality, the sadhana of the white upala flower in the palms of their hands, respectfully, Aryatara will rejoice in that fortunate deed. So we take a moment to rejoice, seeing the emptiness. And I think Wendy is going to share with us a different prayer for His Holiness. Is that correct, Wendy?
Yes, happy to do. There we go.
She's so good at this. There we go. We can just read it in English, I think. The wish-granting, wish-fulfilling jewel, source of every single benefit and happiness in this world, to the incomparable kind, Tenzin Gyatso, I beseech, may all your holy wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. And may you live. Let's do the other one too. Gangri Rawe Korwe Shinkam Der Pandan Dewa Malu Jungwe Ne Chen Reze Wang Tenzin Gaso Yi Shape CJ Bardu Tin Yurchi. To the wish granting, wish fulfilling jewel, source of every single benefit and happiness in this world, to the incomparably kind Tenzin Gyatso I beseech. May all your holy wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. And then remembering our own Lama Zopa Rinpoche, and how kind he is to each and every one of us. And if he's not your root guru, then whoever that is, I'm thinking of all our gurus, wishing their lives to be long. You who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve of the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjanath's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers, honoring the three sublime ones, Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. From Rosel. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. So sealing with emptiness and rejoicing. Thank you all. And also, I don't know if he's still here, but for a little while we had a visitor. We had Jampa Shaneman, our Canadian friend who lives in Mexico, visit. I don't know if he's still there, but
No, he's not,
anyway, it was
sadly.
really nice for Jampa to come today.
Thank you so much, Paula. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all, and have a really nice evening or day. Some of you, the day's just starting, but for us over here, the day is dark.
That's right.
So have a wonderful evening, and thank you for the opportunity to get me to do this. I'm really enjoying it and feeling the power of Tara, and I hope you are too.
Yes.
So we'll see you.